300 warriors, one narrow pass, and an empire so massive it seemed impossible to stop. But in 480 BC, a Spartan king made a decision that would echo through history forever. He knew the odds. He knew death was almost certain. And still, he stood his ground. This is the legendary story of Leonidas I and the Battle of Thermopylae, the last stand that turned warriors into legends. Before Thermopylae, the Persian Empire was unstoppable. Led by Xerxes I, Persia stretched across vast territories. Its armies were enormous, its resources unmatched. City after city fell beneath its power, and now Greece stood directly in its path. Fear spread across the Greek world. Some cities surrendered, others prepared for war. But among all the Greek states, one name inspired both respect and fear: Sparta. And soon, Sparta's warrior king would make a choice that changed history forever. Sparta was unlike any other Greek city. From childhood, Spartan boys were trained for hardship, pain, discipline, war. Weakness was rejected. Strength was everything. And at the center of this warrior society stood King Leonidas, calm, disciplined, fearless. When news arrived that Xerxes was marching toward Greece with a massive army, Leonidas understood something terrifying. This was no ordinary invasion. This was survival itself. But instead of retreating, Leonidas marched toward the enemy. Leonidas selected a narrow mountain pass known as Thermopylae, a place where Persia's massive numbers would become less effective. It was a brilliant strategy, because in tight spaces, discipline could defeat size. Leonidas gathered a small Greek force, including his legendary 300 Spartans, warriors chosen not simply for strength, but for courage. As the Persian army approached, dust filled the horizon. The ground shook beneath thousands of marching soldiers. The invasion had arrived. And then Xerxes made a demand, one that would become legendary. According to tradition, Xerxes demanded the Greeks surrender their weapons. Leonidas responded with words history would never forget: "Come and take them." Those 4 words captured everything Sparta represented: defiance, courage, refusal to submit. The battle began. Wave after wave of Persian soldiers attacked the narrow pass, and each time the Spartans held the line. Spears collided, shields locked together. The narrow battlefield became chaos, but the Greeks refused to break. Persia threw more forces into battle: elite warriors, archers, massive assaults. But the terrain favored Leonidas. The disciplined Spartan formations pushed back attack after attack. Stories spread through the Persian camp, stories of warriors who fought without fear. But then, everything changed. A local traitor revealed a hidden mountain path behind the Greek position. Suddenly, the Spartans risked being surrounded. And this is where Leonidas made the decision that transformed the battle into legend. Leonidas understood the truth immediately. The battle was lost. But retreat would expose all of Greece. So he made a final choice. He ordered many Greek allies to withdraw, while he and his remaining warriors stayed behind. Not to survive, but to buy time. The final battle was brutal. Outnumbered from every side, the Spartans fought until the very end. History turned them into symbols of resistance, not because they won, but because they refused to surrender.
and centuries later, the world still remembers their names. The Battle of Thermopylae became more than a military conflict. It became a symbol, a reminder that courage is not measured by victory alone. The sacrifice of Leonidas and his warriors inspired Greece to continue resisting Persia, and eventually the invasion was pushed back. Today, Leonidas I remains one of history's most legendary warrior kings, not because he lived forever, but because his courage outlived him. And perhaps that is the true meaning of Thermopylae, that even in defeat, a single stand can inspire generations.